What up? What's up, everyone? I'm just getting a couple of things together before I start here. Again, this is one of those random lives. So you guys should probably already know by now. My name's Random Art, so lives tend to be random as well too. Raphael, what's going on? I'm just gonna make a quick post on X, letting people know that I am live. It's just like one of those days, I just feel good. Feel very, very blessed, especially in the direction that the overall market is heading. Guys, Bitcoin right now is at 76.4, guys. 76.4. So the breakout, it seems like it's confirmed. The breakout on Bitcoin. And like I tell you guys, Bitcoin is the heartbeat of the crypto market. So wherever Bitcoin goes, you're going to see the overall market follows. Like we legit are at the very, very start of the bull run. Like this is the official start of the bull run. So between, you know, next say 6 to 10 months, this is the opportunity that you guys could have to legit be able to change your life. Not only your life, but possibly your family's life. Like, this is what we've been waiting for the past 2 years. Like, look, Bitcoin right here, guys. Let me change it to the weekly. Boom. And I think as long as this weekly candle finish off, um, looks like this candle didn't close above the high, but if this closed above the high and we form another green candle, then yes, it would be a confirmed breakout on the weekly. So that means we're going to be going into price discovery, and based upon previous cycles, it takes Bitcoin 50 to 60 days after the breakout to be able to double in price. So doubling in price would mean, and I'm going based upon the previous cycle's all time high, right? Which was roughly like 69 ish. So we'll just say 70. So for it to double in price, we're looking at $140,000 Bitcoin. If the pattern continue to stay the same. So Bitcoin doubling in the next 50 to 60 days is going to be wild for the overall market, because that psychological 100K Bitcoin, 100K Bitcoin that everybody talks about, that's going to get shattered. And if that gets shattered, then people are going to think, oh my God, Bitcoin is going to 1 million. And this is the sentiment that we want to have, we want to see the market have. Bitcoin to $1 million. whether it gets there or not, I don't really, I would care if it gets to $1 million, but as far as with the sentiment of the market, man, it just gonna pretty much cause a lot of FOMO in the market. And with lots of FOMO in the market, you're gonna be able to see a lot of meme coins go stupidly crazy parabolic, and this is where the life-changing gains will happen for a lot of us. So if you've been grinding, if you've been, you know, throughout this last 2 years, this is what it's all about. Said green days are coming, right? Green days are coming. Well, green days, I feel like we are at the very start of those green days. So as you guys are coming in, do me a huge favor though. Go ahead and smash the like button. Um, that way more people could join this live because we're gonna be talking about CTO plays, guys. Again, that's probably one of my favorite sector within crypto. And the reason why it's one of my favorite is you're more in control. Like a lot of cryptos that's out there, like after you click the buy button, you're not in control. You're subject to the direction of where this crypto is gonna go based upon what the team is doing, et cetera, et cetera. But once you get yourself into a CTO, you as the holder, you could dictate which direction the token will go. Good morning. But yeah, you could dictate which direction the token will go. Like if you want higher prices, guess what the community have to do? Hodl, shill, and higher prices are gonna come. Because one thing with the CTO, it eliminates a lot of the selling pressure that the team would have. Because again, I always go back to expenses. Like if a token is ran by a team, more likely they're gonna have expenses because they do have to pay people. And the way that they typically pay people is in tokens, or they sell their tokens to get Ethereum to be able to make payments. So there's Telegram mods, there's you know, uh, Discord mods. Some of them are not working, and crypto is, or the project that they're in is full time, and they have to pay their regular bills, light bills, water bill, all the different type of bills that they have. So whenever you have that pressure of this is what you have to pay, and there's really no outside income coming in, then eventually what you're going to start to see is a chart that constantly go down, you know? And the projects that do succeed, they typically have revenue or something that helps the volume of the project to sustain the selling pressure from the team, because each month they have to get X amount of dollars, which is their overhead, to be able to keep the lights on for the project to continue to keep going. And this is why you tend to see the lifespan of most projects typically don't make it between 6 months. So if it doesn't make it between 6 months, like you as the holder, you're the one who's diamond handing, because a lot of time people hold on to losers a lot longer do they hold on to winners, but they tend to diamond hand the losers hoping for a rebound, and the rebound really never comes. And this is why with the whole utility model, it's only gonna be the utility, because utility is still gonna be needed within crypto, because the innovation part of it, the ones that truly innovate is the one that's gonna be successful. But for the ones that's like copy and paste of another project and all this and that, you're not going to be those tokens in itself, they're not going to be as successful. Now I'm not going to say they're not going to have their runs, they're not going to have their moments, but I'm talking about like for long-term success, you're not going to be able to see those, in my opinion, with the utility based tokens. And it goes back to overhead, like how much overhead does this project have? Like, what are the bills that this project have to pay to be able to keep the lights on? But if you flip it and you take a look at a CTO, CTOs, we virtually have no overhead. Everything is on a volunteer base. You know, even looking at Roaring Kitty, we just got a brand new website, and big shout out to Rick. Um, you know, that he volunteered his time to be able to make the website better. And that's what he did, you know. He made the website, uh, took the time, prior to that, well, he handled the website. He created the website. He bought the domain name. He bought the hosting. This is all stuff that was volunteer on a volunteer base. Even, I was able to find my first tweet. When the X account had asked about, somebody creating a Telegram. Like, nobody didn't create one, and I saw that Roaring Kitten needed a Telegram. I'm like, you know what? Let's, even though I didn't know much about Telegram, so I just created one. And I've been quote unquote the, the moderator since I created it. But all of this is based upon volunteer time. So without no overhead, or virtually no overhead, this is why we're able to see like nice price action, because we're not forcing any sales on the chart. The chart is naturally flowing, and this is what you tend to see for a lot of CTO plays. Like, I made this post today talking about, let me share this. Oops. But I made this post today, right? Talking about like the most successful CTO, which is Bitcoin. Let me find it here. It is, yeah. It's like there's no secret to why some of these plays work. At least they shouldn't be. The top rated crypto is a CTO, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, again, Nakamoto left it up to the community. Community took Bitcoin to what it is, because there is no quote unquote dev for Bitcoin. There is no CEO for Bitcoin. It's only the community. The community wanted Bitcoin to be great, wanted to be recognized. So what the community did, they built around it. You got the top two meme coins, which is Doge and Shib. Both are CTO, 100% community driven, guys. Community owned, community ran. There is no, overhead for Doge, for, Doge developers or anything like that, right? It's just the community that's behind it. Same thing for Shib. Even though Shib does have devs, but at the heart of it, it's a community token. There's no overhead for, when I say Shib, like the token Shib. Not talking about the ecosystem, but the token Shib, there is no overhead for it. Because there's no body who have free Shiba Inu that is paying, that have to sell their Shib just for that way they could get paid. Now, from the other tokens, they do use that, like Bone and yeah, right now just Bone. Um, but for Sheeb, there is no overhead. You also have the top rated cat meme coin, which is Popcat. Another CTO. Like, these are how these tokens, started off with a tiny market cap and grew all the way to billions of dollars worth of market cap. It's all about everything on a volunteer base. Volunteer base, nobody got free tokens. And it just naturally. This is how mostly any crypto project that is naturally formed as a CTO, right, will operate. It's just a naturally flowing market. Now I did see somebody talk about let's talk about free possible listings. We need them. No, 100%. Um After talking to different exchanges, that's one of the things they say. They say like in order for us to be able to get free listings, the volume aspect. Currently right now we're doing what, $78,000 in volume. So if we could pick that up to like in the millions of dollars worth of volume, we could definitely be able to see free listing. And this is why, and this was actually Jolt was the one who actually proposed that we do this. So big shout out to Jolt. Um, and this is why we're trying to raise more funds for liquidity. Now, if we're able to raise more funds, this should be able to help with volume. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna get us to the $1 million mark, but it's definitely gonna be able to be a big step to help because with different liquidity pools, you're gonna have price difference in each pool. So with the price difference, you're gonna have people buying into the bone and roar pool, and that price might be slightly higher. So they'll go to the Ethereum and Roar pool, buy that one just to try to sell to the other one to try to balance it out. So those are going to be some of the stuff that's going to be done. So this is why the community itself is raising the funds to be able to start a liquidity on ShibaSwap. Because again, at the end of the day, the goal, the very first vision of, especially a direction that Roar was headed, was already voted by the community, wanted to be on Shibarium. So in the efforts of doing that, I think this is definitely a smart idea. And again, big shout out to Jolt for suggesting this. I'm working for my bag. Roar to multi-billion market cap. 100%. Like it, there's too many examples of tokens being able to do it. That's the beauty of it. Like we have the examples, and everything that we're doing lines up with all of these tokens. Because when you really think about it, we're at currently right now we're at a $10.58 million market cap, right? A lot of projects that I saw that boomed before us, or even I was following, a lot of them are sub $10 million market cap. They have the initial big pump, then followed by the dump, and they haven't recovered from that. And again, it goes to back what I was saying. Like if the teams for those projects, if they're selling, they're adding, they're making pretty much making the liquidity pool in balance. It's not balanced because they had free tokens that wasn't accounted for whenever the liquidity was established. So it's almost, think of it like the free tokens that devs and CEOs own um, for their token is like inflation. That's how I look at it. It's like inflation. So in order for you to fight inflation as far as within crypto, you would have to have more volume to be able to sustain it. But it's like a two-edged sword. When you see price starts going down, this is when you tend to see less volume because for some reason, the overall mentality of investors, they do not like buying low. They rather buy on green candles, which is again, it's the wrong thing to do. You want to buy like on red days. You want to buy close to resist. I'm sorry, close to support. But the market, like, notice how our volume, like when we're going up, volume was just like going up. But then as soon as we started getting, going down, the volume right here started going low. So for other projects, it's the same thing. This is why you'll see like one big pump, then followed by a dump, and it typically don't recover after that because the volume part of it is low, and we have extra tokens that was added into the liquidity pool. And when extra tokens are added to the liquidity pool, they'll need volume to be able to cycle those out. You know, and if it's a project that constantly needs funds to be able to support it, then it's just adding more and more and more to the liquidity pool, which makes it not recover. And this is the game that we're currently in when it comes to crypto. But a lot of people don't realize that. They just think like every single crypto is built the same, is structured the same. Once you understand like how a crypto is structured, how the team is structured, then there's no way that that you should lose in a sense in whatever project. You should know for the project for what it is. Like, oh, this project right here, you just look at one project like, oh, this project right here is going to be more of a day trade for me. I'm going to swing trade this. Or you look at the project, be like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a hodl. I'm gonna hold this project for like 6, 7, 8 months. Like any project that is structured like a true CTO, those are the ones that you could legit hodl. But you have to work for it because there's no team. You're gonna have to work for your bag. Another one that I like too, Hoppy. Hoppy's a CTO. Again, same structure, guys. Like, hopefully, I'm hoping everybody really start to being able to see just these patterns. Look, it's the same type of structure, and hence why the charts tend to want to recover after it. Because again, with the CTO, they only have certain amount of tokens. The sellers only have a certain amount of tokens, which is the holders. Once they dump all their tokens, it's only buying pressure from there. Any updates regarding Shibarium? Um, Shibarium is everything for Shibarium is still in the works. Um, yeah, everything's in Shibarium is still in the works. Just I'll say that just keep your notifications on. Roar 100 million market cap by X-Men. What do you think? Said what you think. Let's go to it. By Christmas, $100 million market cap. I think it's good. I think it could be done. Like I think we could, like legit pass $100 million market cap. Main reason why was because of this right here. Because of this run right here, we legit did a 10x from the from when I even drew this. This was a 10x. So we're at a $10 million market cap. I think we could do another 10x because this run up right here, I want to say this was a 10x as well too. Like from here to there, it was like a 10x. And you had this right here, another 10x. So if the pattern continue to keep repeating itself, as long as we start consolidating, get some of the people that don't want to be, in the project who just, just saw this running and they just wanted to dive in. Once we get them out, with either selling pressure or, they start selling, we consolidate to maybe another week or two. Have that consolidation, then boom, yeah, like $100 million market cap is not out the way because we did 10x a couple of times. I want to say this right here was a 10x too. Let me see. This was three zeros, 3 2, and the top was 2 zeros. Yeah. So we did this was a 10x, like this little move right here, like it looks tiny now, but this move right here, This was a 10x, more than 10x. This move right here, this was more than a 10x as well. This move right here, that was a 10x. So yeah, 100 million market cap, $1 million market cap. We could definitely do it. Why is Shibarium playing games with a listing? It's like they don't want us on there. Um, it's it is a lot of technical stuff. Definitely a lot of technical stuff when it comes to being onto a blockchain. But like I said, just keep let's keep our eyes open. I think good things are coming for us in the near future. JDM, good morning. Just take a look and see what else is happening on crypto Twitter. I need to start liking more stuff. No, I don't know if you guys caught this. We now have a meme generator. This is the new website, but we do have a meme maker. So you get to choose an image, you customize it, you can use the logo, or you could add a text. This is, and again, this is all done from the community, by the community. Good morning. As you guys come in, make sure you smash the like button. And this is the white paper right here. Like things are really falling into place for us. Now I did reach out to, I think it was KCEX. So I'm still waiting for a response from them. I did reach out to them as far as, because they did have this the meme competition. We're not let me find it here. This was maybe like 6 days ago. But they sure been busy like listing all these other projects. And this could very well be a potential new listing for us. Yeah, they've been very, very busy like listing all these projects. All right, it says, which project would you like to see in our deposit for listing event? Drop your favorites below. If you just take a look of how we really ran it up, like you got my comment, you got the X account, you got Andre, you got Joe, Old Horse, Edwin. Like this has just been straight roaring kitty. Look, community came in really strong. So I did send them a message just to be like, hey, looks like, letting them know looks like we won this listing thing. Um so what's going on with the deposit, so that way we could do be one of the project either to do the deposit to list or just give us the listing all outright due to how much posting that we did. Look, it's just still going. Like nothing but roaring kitty. And this is how Shiba Inu exploded. So does it affect us not having a dev to get on other exchanges? Not the exchange part. Not having a dev, that doesn't affect us as far as like with listing. Listing, it tends to be with free listings. Goodness, look at this. All of this roar. Listings tend to be with volume. The higher volume that your project is getting on chain, um, the better it's going to be for listings. Because now these exchanges, they're looking at it from, okay, not just listing you because you're saying you want to get listed, but they're looking at it from their bottom line. So you gotta be almost like mutual. Um, I list your project, you're doing $2 million in daily volume. They're trying to get a piece of that $2 million. $2 million. So if they get access to that $2 million, not only that, they're gonna also help their customer base because this seemed like a popular meme token that a lot of people are into it. So more likely, some of our user base may be into it as well too. So it's like a win-win for them. We're gonna put them on our platform to get some of this dollar, as well as help our user base. But one thing about it though, if you look at our volume, it's been picking up. Our volume legit has been picking up. Because I remember during this stretch right here, some days we barely scratched 10,000, and today we're at $78,000, and it's all organic too, all organic volume. Hey y'all, a bit still tuning in. You ever think a Robinhood listing could happen or not until we're huge in holders? Um, I think this is how I think it could happen. I think we could see, let's say Keith Gill comes back, right? Talking about like back how he was in May with the constant posting. He's back. And of course, he's back. We're gonna be going up. We're gonna be exploding. Holder counts, that's gonna explode as well too. I could see us, especially if depending on how hot the market is. If the market is extremely hot and all of this is happening all at once, then I could see a Robinhood listing because we could always target Robinhood based upon the name Roaring Kitty, with how they messed up with GameStop. Tell them to make it right now with Roaring Kitty. Like there's so many different angles that we could go about as far as like attacking Robinhood, and it would only make sense. And they could even play off the PR of it. Robinhood lists Roaring Kitty crypto. Like I could see the headlines for that. And if that happens, man, forget we could probably see like plus 10 billion in market cap. And this is how the ride of Roaring Kitty will be crazy. I'm telling you, man. Like this thing right here, it is like I haven't been as excited for crypto as the last time I was this excited about a crypto was Bone and also Sheep. But more so on the Sheep part because with Bone, a lot of stuff is dealing with outside forces where you need projects to come in because it is a utility play. That's what I've been saying. Like Bone to $100, we need to see Bone have projects come onto Shibarium to build. So once that happen with all these different liquidity pools, is gonna essentially just make the price of Bone moon. So we haven't seen strong presence of different projects coming into Shibarium. So hence why the price of Bone is where it's currently at. But going back to what I was saying, the other project that I was excited about was Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, the factor that makes Shiba Inu what it is the community. So when it comes to investing, the more control, and this is how you guys should think as well too. The more control that you are in your investment, the better it is, because then you could, legit predict the outcome of what you're gonna do, what the investment is gonna do, versus leaving it out to outside chances. Um, and this is why I say like Roaring Kitty is one of the best projects that's out right now. GameStop, really? Let's see where GameStop price is at. It's, it's on fire. Normally, I just pull it up. Said who sold? There it is right here. Oh, nice. Look at GameStop. Okay. This is nice for GameStop. Let's change it to candle. Okay, so having a little pullback right now. Um, let's see what X is saying about GameStop. Who just sold GameStop 125 put for 100 strap. The labs. What's coming in? Look at the size of the wick. Look, if we could see a Keith Gill return this weekend, it would be almost a perfect storm. And the reason why I say it would be like the perfect storm is, again, we didn't get any of that action when I wouldn't say we didn't get as much as the action as other projects did when he was. Like all of this initial run up, this was like community. This run up right here, community, CTO aspect. So once we get the CTO aspect as well as with the Keith Gill effect, strap in, boys. Boys and girls, strap in. Let's raid any exchange posts we see. Make sure we are liking and sharing each other's posts. Like, yeah, 100%. Thank you, Random. Roar Bone Dam. Yeah, Dam is also another underrated one as well, too. Um, but Dam is going to move when Bone starts to move. Is there anything the community could do to support your efforts? Um, I mean, currently, right now, what we're doing, let me pull up the X post account because we're gonna do a separate liquidity on Shiba Swap. Oops, let me see. So that would or should be able to help an increase in volume. So this is it right here. In fact, I'll just post this real quick into the chat. When you resubmit circulating supply info CMC, can you also ask them to add Wall Street Bet and cat theme under the tag list? I didn't see that they had a Wall Street Bets one. But the cat theme one, yes, that is going to be one that we're going to get added to as well too. And also too, once we get this pool on Shiba Swap, we could also add our name to the. Well, I guess it wouldn't be Shibarium technically. I'll still submit it just to be able to see if they're gonna approve it. But on CoinGecko, they do have a Shibarium uh, related token, so I'm gonna also try to get us submitted onto that as well too. Hold on for a second, guys. I'm about to do something real quick, so just give me about like 2 minutes, okay? All right, I'm back. Man, Bitcoin is going to it's definitely gonna send. How much we need to get a pull on Shiba Swap? There's not really a set dollar amount. The more, the better. Um, yeah, the more pools that we're able to, I mean, the more dollar amount that we're able to do, the better it is. Because with this pool right here, it's $439,000. So if we get a pool, right now it's currently set for just like a 2K pool. But if people want to donate more, by all means, definitely do that. And what we could do, oh, let me see here. I'm gonna try to pull up Shiba Swap right now. Hold on. And I think this right here is gonna be a very good first step into the future for us to getting on Shibarium. Because then, as we start trending and people come on here, trending token, right? So it definitely gives us that exposure, get acclimated to, and also you see trending tokens that's up here. So once we start trending, we're gonna automatically pop up on here. So pretty cool stuff. liquidity amount. But yeah, like we definitely got a great opportunity before us because I still look at this number right here, holders. Well, let's see what's the real number count if that's updated. Okay, 924 holders. Like we still have like the possibility for us being at a $10.6 million market cap with 924 holders. I keep saying like this is the part that keeps me up at night just thinking about this. Like a we double holder count, we could legit be at what $100 million market cap. Mind you, this run up that we had right here, like October 1st, we were somewhere around like 714 holders. And with just 200 holders, we were able to do like a 10x, over a 10x. Crazy. So then it's like, okay, if we're able to do this and even going back to we had less holders and we did a 10x over here, we did 10x right here and a 10x right here with less holders than what we currently have right now. Then we did a 10x with 200 holders here. So it only suggests like, okay, if we double our current holder count, 924, right? 924 holders. We double that. Like, you guys see where I'm going with this? Like, we double that. Like, we should be at the minimum $100 million market cap. Jay Flick, what's going on? The emoji map, crypto or stock? Um, were you talking about the GameStop? This was crypto. I'm sorry, this was stock. This was the actual stock. Man, glad you could make it, Jay Flick. Glad you could make it. Okay, looks like we just seen a little sell off on the Bitcoin by a few $100. But pay attention, like the next 50 to 60 days for Bitcoin is going to be very, very interesting, especially like where it's heading. Not this move right here. This is just pure insanity. Just an insane type of move. And it just seems like there's really no slowing it up, right? Right here, this is one of the best signs that I like about. Look at the holder count of Nero. It is a CTO, close to $1 billion market cap. Look at the holders, only 18,000 holders. Look at the dominance of how much Binance have. Binance owns a lot of Nero CTO. Got this wallet, that wallet, that wallet. They own a lot, like a crazy amount. Pretty soon, Binance is gonna hold a crazy amount of Roar as well too. Oh no, I appreciate that, J Flip. You at work, but you just wanted to check in. And again, the reason why they own this crazy amount, they had to go on the open market just to be able to purchase it. Like one thing I'm impressed though is by, let's just do a quick wallet peek. This is our biggest whale, right? And I think he spent like 80,000 on Roar. Do a quick wallet peek here. Oh, there it is. I could just did this. Nope, nope, nope. Trade history. How do you do this again? I know there's a way to do it, but I forgot. Is it this way? Or that's the share button. That's the share. Let me do deck screener. At least that way I know how to do it. Spend that paycheck, bro. It'll be worth it. Yeah, 100%. Binance loves CTOs, especially from what I see. I didn't know we had another liquidity provider. So somebody is providing liquidity for Roar. Let's go. Let me take a look at this real quick. Oh, so it's only two. So we have the dead wallet, which is the liquidity burnt right here. Then you have this person right here providing liquidity for Roar as well. So if you guys ever want to provide liquidity to be able to make some funds, you could certainly do that. Just, create like a V2 or V3. All right, so let's take a look at our biggest whale and what you guys could possibly learn. I think I got like all the different ones. Let's clear it. All right, there it is. Now I'm not gonna lie. When I saw our biggest whale started selling right here, I was actually getting excited because one thing about it, what I wanted to see is a lot of the wallets. Because for one, if he starts selling, then that's gonna move me up, the ladder. So this is number one in the world right here. So he had at one point like 50 million roar. He sold about 10 around over here. And I wanted us to consolidate even more. Because I think if we would have consolidated even more, he probably would have dumped another 10 million and so on to just get his bag down further. And this was going to allow more people to be able to come in and scoop up some. But looking at his buy orders, though, got in roughly in the early stages as well, too. Got in the early stages right here. But the latter part of this buys, he legit just was buying the top. Like over here. And I think his average, their average is about, it's like 0.2003 because of all these buy orders that they were doing. It brought up their average like rapidly. So at one point throughout this cycle right here, it was down. And like I said, I really was hoping that they started unloading, a lot more around this time. Because it would have scooped in, a lot of other people could have scooped in, took some of his token, and instead of him having currently right now, he got 4%, which is not bad. Anything under, I would say anything under 5% is good for any project. Like looking at, let's look at, see if I can look at PopCat. And plus, like early whales in projects, they're going to eventually sell because, again, since they're early, they're going to reach the 1 million, 10 million, $20 million mark a lot faster than anyone. So they're going to end up selling their tokens eventually. I mean, you're up that much. Bybit, Kraken. All right, so like regular wallets, they have 1%. And that's what you're going to tend to see. Like regular wallets, they're going to end up dropping down to like 1%. But I wanted to see this happen a lot sooner. But one thing that I noticed, this number 2 whale, when he was selling, this number 2 whale started scooping them up. And I was like, dang, I don't want, I don't want none of these early whales to keep scooping up more roar. Because I was always just looking at it from a longer term type of play. But they have conviction. They're trying to make life-changing amounts, so scooping it up, it definitely was the right thing to do. But I was like, man, don't let them scoop it up. Don't let them scoop it up. But a lot of top whales, they're just scooping up the roar token. So now we're seeing, we have 2 in the 4%, and we have 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2. Like it's still decent if you're looking at if you're comparing it to other projects. Any updates with LA Token? No update. I did reach out to them say maybe like 2 days ago. And yeah, same crap. They don't have any update from the team. Which I think is BS, man. Like it took us roughly what, maybe 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes, just to figure out like, okay, there's an exploit that's happening because all the different other tokens that's on their look like their hot wallet, they're just getting sold. So it wasn't just roar, it was just like all these other tokens, they just kept getting sold off. Then I got a message from one of our members, and they're like, "Yo, looks like LA Token may just got exploited." And I sent them the transaction, showing them how much was exploited. And it was right around this time, like this red dump right here. This was caused during the exploit right here. But the more and more they wait, the higher and higher, man, they're gonna have to rebuy these tokens because what? It's 5.8 million tokens, and we're currently at a penny, so it's like 50 what? Over 58,000. Get my calculator out. And a part of that was tokens within our marketing wallet. So at current price, they need to buy $61,000 worth of Roaring Kitty tokens to be able to replace it. I mean, they let it get to they let us get to $100 million market cap. Oops. It's like 10 cents. Now we're looking at $580,000 when it's something that they could have easily rectified, because at this sale juncture it was like maybe like 20,000. Not even 20,000. It was like maybe like $12,000 sale. So I don't know if they're just thinking like, okay, we're just gonna wait and see if the price of Roar is gonna come down, and that way we could get it at a lower price. But the way that Roar is is setting up, we'll have pullbacks here and there, but um their best opportunity might very well just be right here, right now. They will not rebuy. Um, Yo, random. What will $20,000 do to Roar price or Roar? Your boys getting paid today and thinking about buying the dip on Roar. 20,000. Sheesh. I never. I wouldn't. I mean, again, I can't give you financial advice, but for me, I'm just telling you based upon my experience. I, doing one shot, one take, I can't do that. Again, your strategy is different from mine. I can understand that, but 20,000. Let me just answer the question. $20,000. There is going to be slippage, of course. Um, Hold on. Let me do a quick calculation just to be able to see what a $20,000 buy would do for Roar. Ethereum's right now at 2,900. So 20,000 divided by 2,930. So that'll give you 6.8. So this is the amount of Ethereum essentially the buy is gonna be, right? So what generally what you would have to do just to be able to calculate like how it would impact the price. Now again, this is not gonna include price slippage, because with price slippage it is gonna be a lot higher. But just without any price slippage, we would add 6.8 Ethereum to the pool, which the pool currently right now have 74.6. So let's do that. Boom. 74.6. 77. All right, so now we're looking at 81 Ethereum would be into the pool. 81.95. Hold on. I'm just gonna go on Uniswap and see how much Roar with 6.822 Ethereum would get me. Just pulling out my phone right now. Hey, my phone just running a little slow. Let's see. All right, Roar. All right, so currently right now 6.822 Ethereum would roughly get that'll get you 1.7. Yeah, about 1.7 Roar. 1.7 million Roar. So we're gonna subtract from the current pool that we have 1.7 million Roar. So currently right now in the Roar pool, we have 20 million, right? So this is how you guys could always calculate like how the price would be impacted. Again, it's just a rough figure because with price impact, it'll be different. So it'll be 1713770. So this would leave us with about 18 million Roar in the pool. So let's calculate Ethereum's price with this 81 ETH, which is currently right now, just say 2930. So this will make the pool to be $239,000 just on the Ethereum side. Then you just divide it by the number of tokens that will be left into the pool, which in this case is 18,892 tokens. All right. So the price of Roar would jump to a 0.12. So roughly put us at a $12 million market cap at the minimum. Again, this is without price slippage. So with price slippage, more likely it's going to be a lot higher. So hopefully that answered the question of where we would be looking at on Roar. That I don't see how they. That's a good question. I mean, really, I haven't been getting any types of answers. It says, what if LA Token decide they will not buy back tokens? What happens then? Because Roar is tradable on LA Token. Like you could still, if you have someone buying or selling, you could still buy it and sell it, but there's no Roar that's available for withdrawal. So it's a crazy situation. And this is why we stopped the market making over there, because it's like, what are we trading? Like, we're market making for fake tokens. Like, I, that's a crazy situation. Like, because I don't even know, because since we like how I'm thinking about, like, is there any legal measures that we could take? Because all of this is still new to me, you know. So being that it's new to me, like, I really don't know what avenues or what path that we could really take. Do you think Roar could reach 2 billion market cap? I think if the community wants $2 billion market cap, I think Roaring Kitty could reach $2 billion market cap. Because everything is going to be strictly based upon the community. Like, we want $2 million market cap. We're going to work for $2 billion market cap. Because each action that we do, it helps Roaring Kitty. Whether it's a post, like, one good example of this, and I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. One example, well, I'm gonna give you a couple examples. So one example was the whole Rodney seeing Roar. It was a community member who went onto his live space or his YouTube. He went onto his YouTube channel, and he told Rodney to take a look at Roar. Again, that's one single action, right? And Rodney, he was thinking like, oh yeah, he was like, yeah, I bet it's down. He was like talking about our token. He was like, I bet the token is down because he was thinking of the other Roaring Kitty on Solana. So based upon somebody just taking a few minutes, just making that simple comment, take a look at Roar. He looked at Roar and his reaction to it was just so genuine. He was like, what the heck? Like, what's happening here? So he actually ended up putting Roaring Kitty onto his watch list. Now, this is an influencer, right? So what do you think is going to happen if we get one tweet from Keith Gill? The association is going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember Roaring Kitty, and that's already on my watch list. Like, how's that doing? He look at it and start pumping, and guess what? He's going to eventually, either get in, maybe lead into him making a video about us. Like, the opportunities of just one single action, it just trickles. It just trickles down. I'm trying to see if I can find that video. Let's see if it was this. Yeah, okay, let me play it real quick. Let me turn on the...
Since you guys are here, I'll put Speedy on my watch list too, but I'll look at Roaring Kitty for you guys. There's like a bunch of them. Like this one? The one from 2 years ago? This one's like 2 years ago is looking pretty good. I bet it's down really bad though. And because, this is the GME GameStop narrative thing. I don't know why the chart's not loading. Oh shit. Wow, this went parabolic out of nowhere. See, that's the beauty of meme coins, because
see, this is what I'm talking about, right? That this was just like a genuine reaction to Roaring Kitty. It was like what? Like dang. And he even said he mentioned that he thought it was the other Roaring Kitty, the one that's on Solana. And by the look of that, ever since the dev rugged them, they're almost in like a no recovery type of mode, because in order for them to recover, they're going to need volume. They're going to need to cipher out some of the people who got rugged. And that's the uphill battle that they're going to be facing. Let me just pull up there what you call them. This is their token, currently at a $2.41 million market cap. But all of this right here, these are all people that are still stuck within this token. This is a hard uphill battle that they have to fight. Meanwhile, looking at our chart, ours look extremely healthy. And it goes back to what I was saying. Like, once you get like tokens getting into the liquidity pool, it makes it very hard for it to recover, because every time it has a pump, it's followed by a sell-off. The reason why it's going to have, every time it pumps, it's followed by a sell-off, because you have people that's still stuck in here. So they're looking to either get out at break even or a smaller loss. So as this start to have momentum, it's going to eventually die. So this is why I say, like, for any CTO plays, I would love to see the chart for, since the rug happened, it happened more than a year. Because if it happened more than a year, a lot of the people that's in it may have forgotten about the token, may, lost their wallet. There's so many things that could happen within crypto for that year. And people are not paying attention to it. And this is why when the initial rug happened for our Roar, happened back in 2022. So all the people that was in here that was stuck, because essentially the chart almost looked the same. Look, had this nice pump to 100K market cap, then followed by a rug, right? That's what happened at the initial beginning of Roar. So the rug happened, September 30th. The dev sold, got out. Then for 2 years, it did nothing. So all the people that initially was here, they're like, screw it. So this is why when we see this right here, looking at our chart now, it's like, oh, wow. We don't really have resistance. So hopefully that makes sense. December DeMarco gave us another shout out on his live last night. Oh, did he really? Nice. Anybody could share that video or a clip of it or where it's at so that we could clip it and we could make a post on our X account thanking him for. Well, guys, I have been at it with you guys for over an hour. He was talking about it again. Rodney or December? But guys, I'm gonna leave you guys with this here. So with this X account, let me find it here. So we're gonna do that liquidity pool. Oh, Rodney, nice. Yeah, so it goes to show you just off of one action. I begin distracted so easily. One action from one person. He looked at Roaring Kitty, and all of a sudden, boom, he added to his watch list. Another one too, which is a member who is raiding like crazy with this opportunity right here with your pop. Like you guys would be surprised as far as like what connections that you may have or may not have, or people who are watching. Uh, Mansita, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, so please excuse me. But she put, "Hey, your pop, have you heard of Roar?" Your pop actually responded back to her. He said, "I haven't actually. What's the CA?" 763 views. And that's the seed that is being planted, right? That's the seed that's being planted. So now, you know, Roar starts pumping or headlines about Roar or whatever it may be. Roy and Kitty comes back. Guess what he's going to be thinking about? Oh, I remember her saying something about Roar. How is this Roar doing? And great job for everyone who flooded his comment there. But just again, based upon an action, one seed, one action that took place, right? Hey, Random, thanks so much for your insightfulness and expertise. I'm always learning from you. The community appreciates you. Now, I really appreciate the community. You know, when I say the Roar community is, man, like next level. Like, yeah, we really go after it and we really do it. I like this right here. Maybe soon we'll get, someone who's into animation or creating content like this for Roar. That's the beauty of the community. Like, as we continue to grow, we're gonna get more people coming in, people who have different skill sets, people who do X, Y, and Z, and we could get content like this getting delivered for us on a daily basis, depending on how we're growing. But let's get it. Roar going to the moon 100%. So we're gonna definitely leave off the live with that. Roar definitely going to go to the moon. Can't wait. As soon as we get the LP for Shiba Swap, we're gonna make that live as soon as possible, and that way, get some more exposure to the Shib army over here. Then eventually we are gonna get onto Shibarium, and we're gonna make sure we take over that chain as well. But the best community, 100%. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Random March signing off.